Today's video is going to be a bit of an interesting one because we're going to be experimenting with redstone lamps. Now, I know what you're thinking. Redstone lamps have been in the game for donkey's years. What on earth is there to experiment about? But here's the thing. Redstone lamps, when they get turned off or on, they actually give an output through observers. And we can use this. Now, I should quickly clarify that the reason that I didn't expect redstone lamps to give off observer updates is because they don't do it with piston. So you can see that piston is bud powered, but no matter what we do with this redstone lamp, it's not actually updating the piston. That's why I'm surprised that the observer is detecting any form of block update. But as I say, it's really quite useful. Because, for those of you who haven't seen this before, if we power a redstone lamp and then redirect the redstone signal, you can see that redstone is no longer running into the redstone lamp, but the redstone lamp is still being powered, and when you give it a block update, it will then turn off. Now, we can detect this redstone lamp turning off using an observer and then reset the system, meaning that we can create redstone lamp block update detectors, which may be more difficult than I was first expecting. Let's try and get rid of that. Oh my word, that was so close. Why do we get 2 pulses through there? Ah, yes. Okay, there we go. We've made it work. So this is obviously quite a big design. We could definitely make it smaller, but that shows that the concept is actually functioning. We can have a redstone lamp that is completely flush with the wall, and when you walk past it, that right there is going to be your tripwire. You've got yourself a redstone output. Okay, let's do a little bit of compacting here. Okay, this one is 1 block, maybe even 2 blocks. I think 1 block shorter, but it's gotten 1 block deeper, which is no good. I just need to somehow connect this redstone into here easily, which I have done by the use of sticky pistons and redstone blocks. Obviously, it's getting a lot more expensive, but it does function and it is working, and it fits within a 3x3x3 cube, which I think is quite pretty. I've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole here. So that design over there is 27 blocks in volume. I've thought of a setup that I could create, which would make it 24 blocks in volume. So we're saving 3 blocks on the volume front by making it 2x4x3. Oh, but it's difficult. Nope, don't think that one quite works. Well, I've created a really tiny one, like absolutely tiny, but the issue is that the redstone lamp is off and then it turns on as you go by. Oh, but I mean, if you do want to build it, it is only 2x3x3. That is about as small as this thing is going to get. Oh, and if you want to see around the back, yeah, this one's also pretty small as well. This one is 2x4x3, so I think that makes it 24 blocks in volume. And as you can see, it's a pretty simple design. Anyway, now that I've spent just over an hour experimenting with these and just messing about with how the mechanics work, I think it's probably about time that we actually start implementing them inside redstone contraptions. And I've got an idea for a redstone contraption that used to be possible, but is now impossible, but has become possible once again, which is the automated minecart shooter-offer station. Yeah, I think that's the official name. So the bases have been laid. We've got the dispenser, we have the little detector right here, which is going to detect us walking up, and all we have to do is connect up the detector to our dispenser in a nice and elegant way, which seems simple, but actually, I mean, doing it elegantly, we could do something like this. I mean, we're gonna have to loop around a lot with dispensers. I want it to be nice and compact, a bit like these things. Dude, that has worked like a charm. I can't believe that actually functions straight off the bat. So what we've got, if we take a look around here, obviously it's a little bit of a mess, but we have basically this setup right here, and then off to the side we have this little observer setup, which is then dispensing out the minecarts, and that means that when we sit inside this minecart, are you ready? Automatically launched off, minecart automatically replaced directly behind us. It doesn't even take, it takes like less than a second, you have got a replacement minecart. Now, how cool is that? You have to admit, that's actually pretty sweet. And that is working well, and it's really quite small. I mean, what is that? That is 5 blocks across, it's only 2 blocks deep, it's only 3 blocks high. No complaints there. I'm going to be building this thing on the Hermitcraft server. This is all good. This is all looking good, but I wonder, can we make this thing in the floor? Now, I'm assuming probably not, in terms of having it completely flush with the floor, because if we give this thing a tester, I think what will happen is I'm assuming lamps don't update other lamps. I imagine that's what's going to happen here. So if we run in this, then that, and then redirect the redstone signal, which we can't actually do that with a redstone torch because that causes an update. So if we place in that lever there, so both of these are powered. If we update this top lamp, it still hasn't updated that lamp beneath. Yeah, because the idea was that you'd put an observer underneath that redstone lamp, and then you'd kind of chain the updates downwards, still detect it, and then do all the redstone circuitry, and then you could have a flush with the floor redstone lamp that also acts as a pressure plate. It would be amazing. I can't see how we could get any power to it with the observer just like this, because observers are transparent, so no matter what we do, that redstone lamp isn't going to be powered. The only way that we could do it is something a little bit like this. So the observer points out, then goes into a block. That's where our redstone output comes from. And then the redstone lamp is actually powered by a block over here. It might be worth a try. And you know what? It's actually worked out quite well. It's a tiny bit bigger than I was expecting it to be. But if we walk on the redstone lamp, you can see what happens. So the redstone lamp is detecting us, we're getting a redstone output through the system, and if we place blocks in all the way around here, and then place some carpet on top of the observer, it's quite a nice looking little system. I mean, it's definitely better looking than a pressure plate, that's for sure. Now, while I was building this, it actually got me thinking that you guys are much better at redstone than me, or at least some of you are much better at redstone than I am. So I thought I would issue you a bit of a challenge to see if it was possible. Would it be possible to build this so that it was completely flush with the floor? I personally don't think it is. I don't think you could do it so that you don't have any observers or carpet showing, but what do I know? So go ahead, try it out, and if you manage to come up with something, then please do send it to me in the comment section, in emails, via Twitter. I don't really mind, I just gotta see that. I guess one of the cheaty ways that you could do it is actually kind of flip around what we have going on here and have a wall off over in this section, and then you could have your little pressure plate one block away from the wall, and then have the redstone that is actually powering the redstone lamp somewhere up here like this, and then this is where it gets redirected. So once again, I've managed to create one that is toggleable, so this one will toggle on and off. So if we walk on here, it turns off, and then when we walk back off it, it turns back on. That's pretty cool. I want to make one that has a permanently on redstone lamp, but just to make it clear, the challenge is still open. This doesn't count. I want one that's totally flush with the floor, so I could have like a massive area like this with a redstone lamp just down there, like that. I have just thought of something that is totally ridiculous, but I think entirely possible if you're talented enough, which is a 3x3 piston door with a lamp in the middle that when you walk into it, it opens up the 3x3 piston door. Have fun with that one, because I'm not going to take on that challenge. I might, however, take on the challenge of creating just a small little piston door like this one that we can open up using a lamp. I think that would be cool. Now that I think about it, I'm not even sure that the 3x3 piston door challenge is actually possible, because check out what's going on for just this 2x1 piston door that we're building here. So the concept is quite simple. What we have is we've got the redstone lamp and we've got the observer all being retracted and things by the piston. So that extends across, that will activate that circuit, that will then turn on our redstone lamp, but then redirect the redstone signal, and then when the player is detected, that's when the system will kick in once again. All of these pistons will retract, and then they'll re-extend and the whole system will reset. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Ladies and gentlemen, I've actually pulled this thing off. Now, it's a little bit clunky and it's not exactly the best system in the world, but if we just create a little entrance here, so all you have to do is you walk up to it, and then there it is. Your door has opened up, and then the whole system resets, and we have got a redstone lamp up at the front, and that is our entrance. There's no funny business going on. We don't have any pressure plates, we don't have any buttons or anything like that. Walk up to it, everything opens, and then once you make your way through, everything closes up. Now, as I say, this is big, this is bulky, but it shows that the concept actually functions and is working well in Minecraft 1.13, and that has me very excited indeed. So I think that just about wraps things up with me playing around with redstone lamps. Now, the funny thing about this is that it shows that even though a component has been in the game for ages, the redstone lamp I think has been in the game probably for about 5, maybe even 6 years now, which is totally ridiculous. But even though it's been in the game for ages, there's still fun that can be had with it, and still some experimentation to be done, and I've learned a bunch of stuff from today's video, so I really do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.